How's it going, guys? I'm here with the all-new XB Evo and Evo Hybrid headlights for your 07 to 13 Toyota Tundra. These headlights are an all-new ground-up redesign for the early second-gen Tundras, featuring all of the great Morimoto Evo features. This really is a great-looking headlight, featuring OE-inspired design and a titanium and gloss black finish on the interior. Starting with down-road lighting, these headlights feature one of our Ishida Optics Type 1 bi-LED projectors. It's also assisted by a reflector, which is going to assist with both low and high beam. These headlights are bright, but also controlled. They exceed IIHS standards with exceptional beam intensity and distribution. They provide a very comfortable on-road driving experience. These headlights are fully DOT compliant with all FMVSS 108 regulations. However, for off-road use, we do also offer our Morimoto LED Supercharged Driver, which has increased your output by about 30%. The Morimoto Evo headlights also feature our signal swap keys, which allow you to choose between an amber and white daytime running light and a fade off or sequential turn signal. Now that DRL and turn signal is going to be illuminated through a glass-like TIR optic, which is textured to maximize intensity and ensure consistent illumination across the optic. That DRL optic also features a topographic pattern etched into the sidewall for some added style points. For additional style points, these headlights also come with a startup sequence, which is going to flash across the daytime running light and the main projector and reflector optics. This isn't going to do anything for performance, but it sure makes the headlights stand out on your truck. Another new feature with these headlights is our patent-pending FrostFree System, which enables you to flash your high beams 4 times to activate and will blow hot air on the inside of the lens, preventing snow and ice buildup during winter weather conditions. Now that you've seen all the great features of the Evo, if the only one you cared about was that bi-LED Ishida optic and reflector assist, the Hybrid might be the one for you. It's a more stripped-down version of our Evo headlight, with some of the bells and whistles removed, but the main projectors and core architecture remaining. It features all the same great forward-facing lighting, as well as the DRL optics, although this one does not feature the mode selector keys, so it's only a white daytime running light with a fade-off style turn signal. The Hybrid features a gloss black interior and does not retain the lens heater system. The Hybrid also does not retain the startup sequence. However, the Hybrid is compatible with our supercharged drivers, again, for off-road use only and increasing the light output by about 30%. The supercharged drivers also unlock that welcome sequence, so if you'd like to add that, it's a great way to do so and get some extra light output. Now these headlights are well built, both designed, engineered, and tested here in Atlanta to fit like factory, featuring OE grade connectors and wiring. The UV coating that was on your factory Toyota headlights is one of the best in the business, so we used that as our standard and exceeded it with our UV coating to prevent any yellowing and cracking of the lens over time. All of this adds up to a headlight we're happy to back with a 5-year warranty. So now that we've talked about how great these headlights are, let's get them on the truck so you can see for yourself. Raise the hood of the truck. On the fender extension panel below the headlight, pop out the heads of each of the 2 clips and then remove the clips. Remove the fender extension panel by pulling it forward with a bit of force. Be careful not to flex it side to side, which could break the tabs on the panel. Remove the 10mm bolt that secures the side of the headlight housing. Remove the 2 10mm bolts that secure the top of the headlight. Release the lower headlight tab by lifting up on the bottom of the headlight, then pulling slightly forward. Lift up on the 2 tabs on the top of the headlight, and the assembly can now be removed from the vehicle. Disconnect all connections on the back of the headlight housing and set the housing aside. Repeat these steps on the opposite side of the vehicle with the other headlight. With the Morimoto XB mode selector keys, you can decide what style you'd like for your daytime running light and turn signal. Choose from the color-coded keys for your desired style. Use the red key for a white DRL and a fade-off style turn signal. Use the blue key for a white DRL and a sequential turn signal. The green key will be for an amber DRL and a fade-off turn signal. And the black key will do an amber daytime running light and a sequential turn signal. Install the mode selector for your preferred mode onto the 3-pin connector on the back of each headlight. This can always be changed after install if desired. Make sure the vehicle and headlights are off when changing mode selector. If you have purchased the Morimoto XB Supercharged Headlight Drivers, which are sold separately and for off-road use only, remove the 4 Phillips head screws securing the standard headlight driver to the back of the headlight. Depress the clip on each of the driver connections and pull to disconnect the driver from the internal headlight wiring. Apply a thin layer of the included grease to the outer edge of the seal on the new driver. Connect the new supercharged driver to the internal headlight wiring, making sure the tab on each of the connectors clips securely into place. Press the supercharged driver straight into the mounting location, making sure the rubber seal is seated properly and does not get pinched or bunched up. Secure the driver to the housing using the original 4 Phillips head screws, hand tightening them down in a star pattern to ensure the driver seats evenly against the housing. Open the fuse box located behind the driver's side headlight. Locate and remove the 10 amp ignition fuse. Install the provided fuse tap into the fuse slot. Using a drill or small cutting tool, make a notch in the sidewall of the fuse box lid so that the lid can close over the grommet. Connect the second longest end of the DRL harness to the fuse tap. Route the shorter end of the DRL harness forward to the driver's side headlight cavity, and the longer end across the radiator support to the passenger side headlight cavity. Attach one of the provided magnet mount resistors into each headlight cavity. Make sure it's out of the way of the headlight assembly. Connect the input harness to the vehicle's OE low beam, high beam, turn signal, and side marker plugs, as well as the resistor. Lift the headlight up to the vehicle and connect the DRL harness and input harness connectors, as well as the adjuster motor if equipped, to the back of the headlight housing. Fit the headlight onto the vehicle, making sure not to pinch any of the wiring as you do. Secure it to the truck using the OE hardware on the top 2 tabs and one of the provided mounting bolts to the lower corner tab. Repeat these steps to install the other headlight on the opposite side of the vehicle. Get in the vehicle and confirm that all functions are working properly. Your daytime running light, parking light, turn signal, low beam, and high beam. If any troubleshooting is required, there are 3 LEDs on the back of the LED driver that indicate when power is being received by the headlight. If any of these indicator lights are not illuminated when the corresponding function should be powered, recheck your connections and relevant fuses. The green light indicates the low beam is receiving power. The blue light indicates high beam, and the red light indicates the fuse tap. Tuck and secure any loose or excess wiring. Reassemble the front of the vehicle in the reverse order of disassembly. The headlights come out of the box aimed for stock ride height. However, it is recommended to fine-tune the aim of your low beam after installation regardless. Using a long Phillips head screwdriver down the back of the headlight to the adjuster gear, follow the instructions below to properly align your headlight's low beam cutoff, which is the upper horizontal edge of the low beam. With the vehicle parked on level ground, 25 feet from a wall, measure the distance from the ground to the optical center of the projector in the headlight, which is indicated by the small circular feature on the headlight lens. If the distance from the ground to the optical center is between 35 inches and 39 inches, adjust the cutoff to 2 inches below your headlight measurement. If the height is greater than 39.5 inches, adjust the cutoff to 3 inches below your headlight measurement. Factory ride height typically falls in this range at approximately 41 inches. Aiming should not require more than 3 full turns of the adjuster in either direction. Over-adjusting the light may result in damage to the adjuster.